Hi, I'm Mike Anderson, and I'd like to present aviculture. I'd like to inform you about aviculture and how to care for a parrot. The parrots have been part of our society for a long time. They lived about as long as a human, and there's been a lot of parrot abuse. A fuzzy little cuddle muffin brings company and friendship to a family. Aviculturist Jeff Berger and I agree, ownership can end in tragedy without preview of certain needs. Parrots require a lot of security, and a cage offers this. It's not quite a prison like most people see. You need to keep your parrot in a secure situation. My first parrot was a green-cheeked conure, and I had some tragedy with him. I got up in the morning to hear, I thought he was going to chirp, and I found him dead, hanging in the toy that I bought. So I became more interested in caring for him at that point. Aviculture is conservation and breeding. On the extremes, conservation is hands-off. People should not touch the animals at all. In aviculture, we advocate breeding as well as preserving the avian habitat. Now, parrots have been in society for a long time, normally for the wealthy. Okay. The ancient Egyptians started with birds, domesticated birds, and they, that's very exclusive. As time went on, they became more popular, and people like wealthy Romans used them for door knockers, as they could announce their guests verbally, which was quite amusing to them. Kings and queens and presidents have had parrots as well. And Marie Antoinette was one. She had an African gray, and she just about lost her head over it. The ability to own a parrot changed around the Renaissance, where people became able to do things, began to think more about how they could do things on their own. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife statistics show that 1 in 4 Americans have some sort of bird as a pet. Now, we don't want to be dead as a dodo, and we want to get on the right path so we don't have any more environmental problems with parrots, maybe turning them into pets or destroying their habitat. And we could start with the pets with a care sheet, a checklist to find out if you really want that. They can be wonderful pets if you adhere to certain guidelines, such as choosing a cage that has room for the bird to spread those wings open and a tree stand to perch outside of the cage. Take them out. The cage tray should be lined daily. You should also clip the wings. Some people don't like that, but if you're starting out, clip the wings. And check for power cords and poison. They can open bottles, just like a small child. They need a varied diet, unlike a dog and cat. You need to find a vet that has avian experience. Dog and cat vets with no avian experience really can't handle parrots. And then take them in for regular checkups. And you need to establish a routine for feeding and bedtime. They're very sensitive to cycles of sunlight, the moon, and all that. Ms. Doan, author of The Pleasure of Their Company, says, pay attention to your bird consistently by teaching these 3 basic skills. Step onto your hand from a T-stand, step onto your hand from the top of the cage, and step onto your hand from within the cage. The clash between aviculture and conservationists. They believe birds should fly free, conservationists, and people should not interfere with that in any way. However, many parrots are endangered or horribly abused. which it's from the lack of deforestation and rampant trapping. It's not pet ownership, it's the things they do to get the parrots. And it's illegal to import them now. That's where the breeding comes in. You know, according to Ms. Tweedy, who wrote of Parrots and People, parrots are worth as much as cocaine on the black market. So you want to seek a pet store rather than, you know, go to Mexico and try to smuggle a bird, because there's a lot of bad stuff from that. Ms. Lowe, author of Endangered Parrots, documents the breeding of endangered parrots prevent their extinction. Oh, extinction. The doctors at the Gabriel Foundation have shown how important sanctuary and animal welfare have become to the enrichment of society and the welfare of birds. Sanctuary is where an unwanted parrot goes to live. It's kind of expensive, but there's a lot of benefits to that. There's actual therapies for people, like disabled vets who have war traumas. So before buying a parrot, try to find out if it's more of a status symbol to show your wealth, other than something that you need, that you'd like to take care of. You know, in conclusion, people's needs may entail companionship of some animals, but the needs of an endangered species outweigh pet ownership, and apathy towards the plight of wild animals resulting from man's destruction of wild habitats, or becoming involved in trapping, breeding, crackneck behaviors is unethical. To remind you, ethics is bad and good. When you get into the animals, they're not necessarily aware of what is bad and good. They just know if there's anything to eat and what hurts and what doesn't. Friend and foe. So remember, the parrots can live as long as you. Parrots can't be abused. You don't want to go there. And the parrots have been part of society for a long time. So please be kind to animals. Thank you.